I'm Jake Lloyd-Bacon, a lifelong pro wrestling fan.
And I'm Alexandra Hoy, brand new to the wonderful world of pro wrestling, and I have decades worth of characters and stories to catch up on.
And so this is her crash course in WWE history by way of the iconic Royal Rumble match.
It's me, you, and 30 other men.
Who'd have thought?
Thought what?
Better late than never, babers.
Better late than never. It's only been 4 years.
Hello and welcome back to Me, You, and 30 Other Men.
I mean, if you're just discovering this show,
2025.
you'll know nothing. But if you were a listener, one of our 3 listeners, then
Don't undersell yourself. We get a lot of messages. I get quite a few that say, "What happened
what the hell
to
happened?
Me, You, and 30?" Well, before we get back to the actual podcast, do you want to tell people what happened?
There's a lot to tell, but we should condense it probably. Short version.
We moved a lot. We were both very busy with work. And quite frankly, Scott Narver over on Pro Wrestling Palski's, he stole all of my time.
Wow.
And
It's
so,
so
yeah,
true. It's so true.
We had to pick, to be honest with you. And by the way, since this is back,
Fucking
it
Scott.
means now that I'm no longer friends with Scott and Palski's is dead because we're doing this now instead.
Right.
Yeah.
There can only be one wrestling podcast.
It's like the Highlander. No, yes, we just listen. It was we never intended to go on a hiatus.
No, and by move around a lot, he mean we literally moved.
Well,
5 times. I don't know. I lost count, but a lot. Out of state at a point.
Yes.
And back into state.
Yes.
we're here today from sunny California, Los Angeles, and we're glad for it. But
yeah, listen. Sometimes you have a show that you're doing. And it's a show that you do for fun, and you really enjoy it, and the people who listen seem to enjoy it, and we appreciate it. But also, it's tough to make a priority when a lot of life stuff is getting in the way.
especially when it's a shared life, and
Yes.
the 2 people doing the show
Yes.
are having the same exact things
Yes.
happening to them.
Sure. Yeah, I can't just be like, I'm just gonna have somebody else do
No, there's no subs. It's
one
like
or the other. Well, in any case,
we're glad to be here.
we're glad to be back. We're gonna stockpile.
Yeah, we're stockpiling.
So that way we don't just do one episode and then disappear.
So when you hear this, there are other consistent episodes coming
yes.
down the line.
So we should talk because it's literally been 4 years since we've done one. The last
It's
episode came
so
out
wild.
in May of 2021. It is now May of 2025.
So we should do a little touch on
On what?
where we're at.
We got
with the world
engaged.
of okay. I was going to dive into wrestling, but no, yeah, we did get engaged. We got engaged.
I'm just trying to think of things that ever happened.
Big events. 2022,
last
we
time.
got engaged. We're having a long engagement.
Pandemic is over, you guys. Barely.
The only reason we're having a long engagement is because weddings are expensive. So if you want to start a GoFundMe for us, feel free. Otherwise,
We're 3 minutes in. You're already asking for money.
I didn't ask for money. I said if you want to start
Right.
one, please do.
No, yes. What I was going to say was it's been so many years. When we started this, it was 2019, I believe.
Wow.
And we added to our jar of Rumbles every Rumble up till that point because you at that point were introduced to wrestling and we started watching it, and it was kind of like, well, we were watching it live.
The first Rumble I watched was
enjoying
in
it.
2017. So everything from then on.
Oh, really? So we have 2017 and 2018 on our docket.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the jar. So for whatever reason, we included those.
Well, because at that point in 2019, that was still a couple years
Gotcha.
old. So it's
Okay,
like, you know what
that's
I mean?
fair, that's fair.
I can see our logic.
So,
But we'll add many more now.
well, I'm saying that. Yeah, I'm saying that because since 2019 now, we've got 14 Rumbles
Yeah.
because it's 7 years.
Men and
No,
women.
that's not right. That's not math. 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6. So there's 12 Rumbles.
Right.
Because we now have women's Rumbles
Mhm, men
to
and
add
women.
to this. So what I think we've decided to do is we are not going to add those to the existing jar from the original series that we
Yeah.
have here.
Yeah.
So in the existing jar, we still only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Rumbles in the jar. So we'll complete these 9 episodes before we add in, and then we'll have sort of like Me, You, and 30, the new generation.
Shouldn't it be more than that, though? Because there's also women's Rumbles in 2017 and 18.
Okay, I don't know then. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we didn't include 2017 and 2018. I didn't write anything in the list. I just added the things there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might be a smidge more.
Or we actually have less episodes to get through before we
Mhm.
add those back in, is what we're getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, in any case.
We're working through what we put forth when we started
Yes,
this show.
that's
And
what I'm
then when
trying
we
to
get to the finish line, we will add everything that's come since.
Yes. So, yeah, if you, for some reason, are joining this and you haven't listened to previous episodes, we are about to watch a Royal Rumble in real time right alongside you. We are going to pick a Rumble at random out of our jar of Rumbles. And I'm excited because we still have some very notable Rumbles left.
That's great.
Which is like, there's a few that I'm like really excited to see your reactions to.
Okay.
But we're going to pick it. We're going to watch it right in real time alongside you. If you're into that sort of thing. And what I was going to say earlier, it's been 4 years and I've still kept up with wrestling, but to an extent, but much lighter than when I started this podcast. And it's more so in like the last 2 years, I'd say I've had my finger off the pulse quite a lot. Sure.
I think I've been more of just like a pay-per-view watcher in the last couple of years. And even then I've missed some.
Well, also since switching to a lot of these Saturday events, you often aren't as available.
Exactly. I'll be working and stuff. So I have missed some things. I actually did miss the Rumble this 2025. So that'll be a fresh one for me.
Whenever we get to that, right?
So yeah, I think the whole premise is there's always been a bit of a learning curve for me. I think the learning curve's a tiny bit even steeper now, but that's kind of where the fun and the comedy lies. Jake's the expert though, and you'll be here.
I'm an expert with a shit memory.
With a shit memory, so whatever.
Everything that I watch is the first time I've ever watched.
Oh, that's so exciting!
I know you're
like Dory.
I am. I'm just like Dory. Okay. Before we pick the Rumble for this episode, we want to remind our listeners who haven't joined us in 4 years. Hey, we've got a website.
We love you. Welcome.
That too. Yes, we love you. But we have a website, and that website has a shop where you can snag some merchandise, not just for Me, You, and 30, but for Palskis, if you're a Palski listener, but for a Dragon Wagon Radio. Every little purchase gets you looking super fine. Maybe it's a conversation starter. People go, what the hell is that shirt? And you can go, oh, it's a shiny jar of Rumbles. And they go, what the hell is a jar of Rumbles? Then you can explain the podcast, help spread the word. Everything goes into making sure that Alexandra and I don't take another 4 years to continue doing this.
Yeah.
So please check that out at meuand30, meuand30.com, meuand30.com. That's where you can find all of that good stuff. Alexandra, I'm going to hand you the jar of Rumbles.
This poll is dedicated to our pal Nick in the UK, our listener of this show who's waited many years. And I just wanted to give you a shout out, Nick. We're thinking of you.
All right. So what year are we watching from our remaining original set?
I'm just trying to like break them up because some of them are like put together.
By the way, I've kept the jar as is for 4 years.
I know
it's just sat on the shelf.
Completely untouched. Just waiting like a...
All right. You ready?
All right.
She's pulling it. What year are we watching?
And the winner is 1988.
1988. We are going back to the first Royal Rumble.
Wait, really?
We have never watched this. This is the first Royal Rumble asterisk pay-per-view.
Okay.
Because the actual first Royal Rumble took place in 1987 at a show in St. Louis. However, seeing as it was an experimental event and it drew less than 2,000 people, it was never shown. WWE does not acknowledge its existence at all. If you're curious, One Man Gang won that one. But in any case, that's a little piece of trivia before we dive into the 1988
Love some trivia. Nom nom.
Royal Rumble. So the 88 Rumble took place in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Yay.
At the Cops Coliseum.
I've never been to Ontario, but
January
for Canada.
January 24th, 1988.
Wow.
So how old were you?
88? January
of 88. You had just turned 2.
No.
You just turned 1.
No, I did.
Oh, no.
No, I did just turn 2.
Yeah, that's how math works.
I was 2 and
a month.
Almost a month.
Once again, this was the first ever Royal Rumble, specifically the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. This one is a little bit unique
Why?
Because it is one of a couple episodes of our show that will have to have an asterisk in the title, because this is actually me, you, and 20 other men.
Oh.
The original Royal Rumble only had 20 superstars.
Wow.
20 wrestlers competing. The pay-per-view only had a few matches. It really centered in on this specific Royal Rumble.
I wonder what made them switch to 30.
The spectacle of it, I don't know. Well, I guess we might find out if we go, oh, this felt like it wasn't enough men. In the opening match, Ricky Steamboat defeated Rick Rude in a singles match. The Jumping Bomb Angels defeated the Glamour Girls for the WWF Women's Tag Team Championship.
Okay.
They got 15 minutes. I noted that time that
Wow.
they got, and I was like, yeah, incredible.
That's awesome.
And then there was also a main event after the Royal Rumble match. That was the Islanders, Haku and Tama, of the Bloodline, versus the Young Stallions, Paul Roma and Jim Powers, in a 2 out of 3 falls match. But anyways, all right, so it's 1988. That's pretty easy to find. The last time we did this, I think we might have been on the WWE Network.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Now we're on
Peacock now.
Peacock.
Which is really annoying because they don't have chapter marks. But
yeah.
Head on over to Peacock. Head on over to the Royal Rumble Episode 1. It's Season 1, Episode 1. It's the original one. The time code you're going to look for is 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 43 seconds. 1 hour, 17:43. If you find that time code and pause it, in just a moment, we will say 3, 2, 1, play. And if you hit play, when we hit play, we can all watch this match in perfect unison.
Together.
So, Alexandra, I know this is tough for question. I always usually ask this, but 88 is even further beyond the scope of your... Do you have any expectations of who you're going to see?
When we last did this, I would have had a hard time answering that question, and let alone now. But I mean, I'm assuming there, some of the stars of this era may show up. Like
that's what I'm asking. Like
Hogan, Andre.
Hogan and Andre, I think we're just
Bret
in a
Hart.
segment. Okay, Bret Hart. This is pretty early for Bret Hart.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bret Hart's pretty. This is
in my brain. I'm just seeing 80s people.
He's a 90s guy specifically.
More so.
Oh,
okay.
absolutely. Okay. Not that he wasn't around in the 80s, but like any other guesses? Because you even
had Taker joined at this point.
Taker was not the Undertaker in '88.
Well, I know,
he
but
debuted
was he?
I think he would have been in WCW at this point if he was. If he was anywhere.
Was Mark a part of it?
I don't know I don't know where Mean Mark Calloway might have been at this point.
Interesting.
But
so probably no.
You're not going to see Taker. Remember how last time we did this show, we didn't despise most of these people because of their politics?
Honestly, like this 4 years later, I mean, and some of them were problematic even 4 years ago, of course.
Yeah, this show is...
And honestly, Vince McMahon's always been a fucking problem, but now he's,
even
with everything that's come out,
we know.
The worst.
Yeah, this is just going to be a sweeping disclaimer for the rest of our entire podcast that we get it. We know. It sucks being a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But okay, so...
But there's some good fellas and ladies and in between there, and
of course. But so that's your guesses of who you're going to see.
Yeah.
So not many that you can pull.
No.
Not many names.
No.
This is going to be exciting. I know that I saw this match. I think I watched this match when WWE Network first came out. Because I had never seen it before.
Oh, you were just curious.
And I was like, I want to watch the first one.
Do you remember?
I do not remember shit about it. So this is going to be like...
that memory of yours.
This is going to be just as new for me as it is for you. I remember who wins it because they talk about it and, whenever they do the Rumble stats every year, sometimes they'll throw out, the very first ever Rumble winner, blah, blah, blah. And so, but yeah, this will be exciting. Do you want to dive in?
Wait, was Charlotte's
Ric Flair? You think you might see Ric Flair?
Do you like how I said Charlotte's dad?
Yeah, Charlotte's dad. Everybody knows her.
Someone's listening to this going, what the fuck?
At this point,
Ric Flair.
At this point, that's how I prefer to refer to
it. No joke.
Alrighty, so let's just dive into this. Once again, that was 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 43 seconds. 3,
let's get ready to rumble.
1, play. So, by the way, we can hear the Rumble in our headphones. You guys listening can't hear it. I'm assuming you're watching along, so you can hear it through your television. If we ever just get quiet...
Look what I said.
That's why, because we're listening. Yeah, there it is. Let's listen to Fink.
You know I love Fink. Fink's my boy.
So no entrances for 1 and 2. Every 2 minutes is what the original one was set.
Okay.
Look at young Bret.
I love him.
Just a baby. With Jimmy Hart, Mouse of the South.
He looks kind of the same to me.
He does.
Bret just always looked like this. Actually, so does Hart. This kid. They're lingering on him.
The kid's like, I don't get it. Wait, what are the rules? This is convoluted.
Just fight already. Mouth of the South.
Booing the shit out of him.
Wait, this is
heel.
Canada.
This is.
Oh, he's a heel.
This is heel.
That's so weird.
This is like heel Heart Foundation. Maybe it's happening.
Woo!
And also, he's in there with perpetual babyface.
Interesting.
Tito Santana. What does Vince on commentary have to say? Oh, they're talking about stuff that happened earlier.
Okay.
There was a scuffle between Hogan and Andre earlier in the evening in ring.
What a scuffle.
So here we go. First ever Royal Rumble.
It's going down.
It is happening.
I like
Bret and Tito.
I like that Bret committed to a look early on, and that was just kind of that. Because
I mean,
I'll tell you what, it makes him ageless. Like, I'm like, this
right, yeah.
You could pluck him from here or
like it doesn't
20 years later, and
it,
I'm like, it's the same man.
It doesn't seem specifically 80s or 90s or 2000s or whatever. It's just, yeah.
If anything,
That's
I'd say Bret got in more shape after this point. Like, he's obviously a big and in shape dude here, but I think he becomes even more of that, like, classic unhealthy chiseled, you know?
Yeah, he still kind of like has his baby.
He's a little soft in some parts, and that's okay, you know?
See.
But
how old do we think Bret is here?
But this is the thing. This era, you could be like, oh, this man looks 40, but I know he's like 23. Like, you know, because everyone looks so much older than they are in the 80s.
88. Bret's born 57, so he's 30.
He's 30. Oh, he's a year younger than my dad, actually.
He's 30. Oh, and 29, I guess. He's technically 29.
Wow.
Oh, no, 31. I'm sorry. I know how math works. It's 88. Yeah. That's crazy. I actually thought he was younger.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you, like, how it used to be compared to nowadays, where nowadays, like he became a big star after this. You know what I mean? Like, he became the
like the fact
10
that
years
happened.
later.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure that still happens to some degree now, right? Like,
yeah.
Some people are in the biz for a while, and then, here's our first little countdown to the next participant.
Number 3.
Who's it going to be? You know. You don't remember?
I also have the thing in front of me just in case. But
well, there you go.
Here we go. Yeah, I don't think you're going to know this guy.
He looks like he's trying to be Hulk from behind. He's got like the burnt skin and blonde hair.
That's everybody. This is Butch Reed.
I mean, this... Oh, wait. I said burnt skin because from the light, it looked like a white man with a tan, and now I see this is actually a black man. Perfect. But look at that guy. Look at his
Tito?
tan. Yeah, his tan. He's
Tito.
He's
also not a white guy though, Tito. So there is that too.
Right. No.
You're like, look at all these white guys' tans. Not a single white guy.
Not a single white. Well, Bret.
I know. That's the one guy you didn't mention.
Listen, in my defense, at this era and for a while, there was a lot of white men playing the roles of races they shouldn't be.
That's fair.
Correct.
This guy Butch Reed, he was Ron Simmons' tag partner for a while, where they held a title in WCW.
You know, his bleach blonde hair gives him also a little bit of a timeless look.
Oh yeah, he's got a great look.
Like his look is very like he could be a wrestler nowadays. I wouldn't. The only thing that always helped. Okay, see, that was weird. That was kind of weak.
I've never liked the double axe handle. From
what the hell was that?
They always land on their feet before they hit the guy.
I'm like, okay, there's no threat here.
A little double team here against the perpetual babyface.
That's the sound I hear. A boop with the double axe. Oh, everyone's getting excited. Someone else is coming.
Here comes number 4.
Is this his brother?
Bret's tag team partner, his brother-in-law.
A brother-in-law. Oh, okay. So this is
Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
And that's Natalia's
very
father.
Good. Yeah. Natalia Neidhart's father. I loved him. He is insane.
Oh my God, look at his beard thing.
That's what he's known for, the big, long, giant goatee.
Gotta tell you, not a fan. Not a fan.
But now Tito's in there against 3 heels.
Poor Tito.
I know.
They're all picking on him.
And Anvil's he's just a lunatic. I love him. Uh-oh.
Back breaking.
Oh, 3-man. Little heart attack.
Is that what they call that?
Shit, I just had a brain fart. I can't remember it.
You had a heart attack.
I had a heart attack. I had a brain attack. Oh,
but the thing that helps me always know the era, if I were to be in doubt, not that you can't tell by just looking at clothing, is that it's like every dude is this huge beefcake, you know?
Right. There aren't a lot of small guys.
There's no high flyers in this era.
Well, I mean,
or not that there's none, but they're not as they're
still big.
Very much. It was known Vince did not care for that, and he liked some beef. Where's the beef?
I would argue that Bret is the small guy.
That's so. His own brother-in-law is smaller than him.
No, Jim is huge.
No,
Jim is much bigger than Bret.
I'm gonna be blunt. Like Jim has a bit of a belly on him.
Yes, but
he's shorter. He's literally shorter. Look at them when they're next to each other.
Let's see. Jim Neidhart is billed at how tall?
Is this Jake?
Look who's coming out
Snake?
Now. Jake Roberts.
I got it right.
You did. Oh, I love him. And lots of people go nuts.
Yeah, I do love Jake
Dumping
the
him left
Snake.
and right. Oh, come on.
Now he's
Jake.
a big dude. Look how tall he is.
I'm surprised that you didn't predict Jake when I asked you who we were.
Honestly, again, if you give me a minute to think about all the '80s stars, I might have gotten there. But yeah.
God, I love him. I love him.
He's got such an '80s look. This hairdo and the mustache.
Oh, totally.
There were some women who were very into that.
I mean, it's the the Magnum PI, the Burt Reynolds, the.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love that Tita now gets to fight back because the odds.
Oh my God, the way he just flung that man. It was like nothing for him.
You know what I love about that too is that Jake is not like a body guy. Like Jake to me,
he's just strong.
Never looked like a wrestler that they would really like. He looks more just like a dude off the street who's scary.
And this is why you love Kevin Owens. It's that same thing where this is a guy in a bar you get in a fight with and you know he's gonna fuck you up.
Right. Yeah. There's just like man toughness. Like
man tough.
Or like he's like dad. He's like
fuck,
dad
that looked like a hard bump.
Yeah, fucking Jimmy Neidhart doesn't fuck around.
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna try to look up their height.
And this era, were they a little more cavalier about actually hurting each other in the ring?
No. That was never. There's definitely certain people who just work real stiff, but especially Bret. I can't imagine in the Hart family that Bret, that was a big thing. Bret was like, if you fucking hurt me,
I will hurt you back.
Yeah, it was very much like
he was a receipt man.
It was also because we all want this to be the job, and we need to all wrestle tomorrow. And I'm not going to take away your livelihood, and I don't want you to take away mine. You know?
Yeah. So he wants you to learn. And who's this gentleman with the crown on his ass?
This is the legendary Harley Race. You've definitely heard the name Harley Race before.
No. Like Harley motorcycles racing? Yeah.
Harley Race.
His crown is crooked. It's like a little askew.
It's like not centered on his tramp stamp tattoo artist was a little drunk.
Well, look at his curly blonde hair. I don't like it.
Wow, not a fan of Harley Race.
No.
Harley Race is a legend.
I want the other blonde gentleman to take him out. Or was he already thrown out, actually? Oh, no. Yeah, that other blonde gentleman was thrown out of the ring.
Harley Race is only one of 6 men to have been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, the NWA Hall of Fame, the WCW Hall of Fame, the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, and the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame.
Jesus
one of only
Christ.
5 people. Yeah.
Very celebrated.
Yeah, Harley Race is a
Did you just see what he did? No. He just belly flopped on the ground at nothing.
Who, Harley?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Wait, are you sure he wasn't giving a headbutt to Jake?
It seemed like maybe that was the intent, but I couldn't see if he made contact. Someone who's listening, let me know if
is
you
that
did.
Brutus? No, who? I can't make out who
No,
that
that's
is.
Bumblebee Brown.
Bumblebee Brown! Oh my God, Bumblebee Brown hitting the ring, and the fans are going crazy.
Why is he dressed like a bumblebee?
This is actually someone named Jim Brunzell.
Okay,
Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. Bumblebee Brown is what we'll call him.
He could have done the funniest thing if he had put a stinger where his butthole is.
He would have looked like the original Blues Brothers sketch on SNL.
Oh my God. But somehow even better.
Yeah, I do not remember him at all. I don't know who this guy is.
You don't remember Bumblebee Brown?
Bumblebee Brown. His last name is Brunzell. We can just call him Bumblebee Brunzell.
Oh, okay. He literally has
Jumpin'
a
Bumblebee.
B name. Bumblebee Brunzell? Wow.
I mean, the fans seem to pop for him, so he must have been a fan favorite of the era.
Natalia's father has a lot of body hair.
Yeah. He's a scary dude. He had the
what about
craziest
body
laugh.
hair makes a person scary?
When you're a baby like me, when you're a little man boy like I am, a boy man.
Oh, okay, so body hair.
That's
like,
not true.
wow.
Actually, I have quite a bit of body hair, but it's like mostly it's mostly on my hands and then from my hips down. My chest hair is atrocious.
So you don't think that makes you?
I vividly
scary.
remember watching wrestling as a kid and like seeing like
Man,
Razor Ramon
right.
with the thick chest hair,
Right.
or even Shawn Michaels who has really thick chest hair, and thinking to myself like, oh, I wonder if that's what I'm going to look like. And then I ended up with like 5 little wisps on my nipples, and I'm like, what is this bullshit? Why is this the genetic fucking lottery I lost?
Some would say it's the scariest of all.
I felt
Who's this little gentleman?
I don't know who
A
this
little guy
is.
came out.
Sam Houston?
He's like the littlest one. Wait, that's like
Little Sam Houston.
Lil Sam.
What about Sam Houston? Is that a name you know?
Well, I was just
Is that a
going to
member of
say,
your family? Do you relate to him? He's
isn't
from
that-
Texas?
isn't Sam Houston the name of like some?
Oh, wait a minute. Sam Houston, half brother of Jake Roberts.
Oh shit, that's interesting. Did they mention that? Did they acknowledge that in ring?
No, I don't know that it was.
So kayfabe, they're not
no.
related.
But yeah, so his father is Grizzly Smith. His father they have the same father who was
I'm sorry.
not a great guy.
Wait,
And that is a very, very, very kind statement.
there was a man named Grizzly
Well, his name was Aurelian Smith. This Jake's first name as well, Aurelian. He's named after him.
Aurelian.
Yeah, I fucking love that name.
That's a
Unfortunately,
good
this man was an absolute scumbag of a human being.
Oh, okay.
Did we ever watch the Pick Your Poison, the Jake the Snake documentary? I feel like we should. I don't think we did. But there's also the resurrection of Jake the Snake.
I think we watched a like behind the curtain type or inside the ring, whatever, dark side of the ring.
Oh, maybe dark
about
side.
Jake, but I don't know.
Yeah, I have the Pick Your Poison was the name of like a WWE home feature before we had the network, and it's pretty good. And it's they don't shy away from too much. Look at this guy. The tights are so ridiculous of the era.
Wait, that shirt is interesting. No one comes out dressed like this. That's very intriguing.
He looks like he's a member of.
He looks like a mime.
I was gonna go
like a French clown.
I was gonna say he looks like he's a member of like the Queen's Guard from Alice in Wonderland.
Perfect. Yeah, like definitely an odd look.
Because she's the Queen of Hearts, right?
She is the Queen of Hearts.
If it was red,
yes.
he would look like that.
But what I like is it's actually like a little undies and then a pair of tights under that.
Well, that's how they all are. That's how Jake's are. I mean, I'm sorry.
Why not just have pants? Why do you need the undies and the pants?
That's a great point. Although Jake's are the pants. No, you're right. Jake's pants.
Jake has proper pants.
But Bret, I love this. Harley Race. This is great.
Perfect. Why wouldn't and that wasn't a good moment because like what took Jake away? I guess the idea is he's being taunted by the Clune.
Yes, by Clune Brown. His name, by the way, is Danny Davis.
No, I'm gonna call him Clune.
Danny Davis, also known as Mr. X.
He has red writing on his butt that I cannot read. Like, whoever made that.
Well, it's also like SD from 1988.
Okay, fair enough. Let's
not dog on the poor costume person who was probably not paid anything for the work.
Listen.
10 seconds until we're at number 10. We're already halfway through it.
Wow, it does feel fast paced. I mean, maybe that's a nice thing.
I also feel like it's been an actual 2 minutes, not the fake 2 minutes that they tell us it is.
Oh, yeah.
And here is Boris Zukov.
Wow, there's always a Russian.
Boris Zukov, also known as Mr. Russia. No, that's really...
I'm not surprised. In 1988, yeah, that sounds right. Mr. Russia.
All right, so we're halfway through. Who's your?
Why would you wear a handkerchief out to wrestling? It's like you don't go to the dog park and let your dog wear a bandana in the dog park because if they get in a fight, that's the first thing another dog's gonna go for.
I love you so much. I love that. That's your frame of reference.
That's the thing I'm thinking.
I know,
of.
we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, and anytime we go to a dog park, we're like, oh,
yeah, your dog. Your dog is so cute in that sweater. Wait till another dog throws it across the fucking park with it.
Exactly. And that's what that man did.
All right, before we get on though, because at the halfway point, I like to ask, who's your pick at the halfway point to win it?
God knows, Bret Hart, because I love him.
And when I say pick, I mean who do you want to win?
I want Bret to win.
Okay.
Always.
She wants heel Bret Hart to win this. 1988. I want Jake the Snake Roberts to win it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
I love Jake the Snake Roberts.
I know.
My name is Jake.
You love
the
anyone
Snake.
named Jake.
That's not true. I hate people named Jake, except for Jake the Snake Roberts. He's the only one. You know this about me.
He gets the pass. No,
We've talked about this.
You hate Jacobs, not Jake's.
No, I hate all people who have my name.
Oh, there can only be one, huh?
Yes. No, there can only be two.
There can only be two. But his last name isn't Bacon.
Well, his name is Jacob. I don't care about the last name part of it.
So the movie The Wrestler,
Yes.
Was he inspired by Jake the
There's
Snake?
a lot of people.
Isn't that the speculation? It's a great movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who say that it's like an amalgamation of a lot of wrestlers, but that Jake is
a predominant.
Because there was a documentary Beyond the Mat. That might be the
That's
thing
the
that
one we watched. Yeah, and
okay.
I
And that
learned about
touches
his alcoholism.
But that doesn't. That really does not paint him in the greatest of lights.
No,
not that he should be, but it's a little more exploitative.
I think two people came out.
That is Nikolai Volkoff in the back.
Mm.
And is that Don Muraco? Or are they fighting? Oh,
they're like, you can't come out yet. Oh, and he's like, well, I'll punch you in the face. That guy's
wait, is that Don? Who is?
He's got huge arms.
That guy's
though.
enormous. This
He is
like
gigantic. Damn.
Yeah, that's got to be Don Muraco. I recognize him. The original Rock, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They called him the Rock. It was one of his nicknames.
Really?
And I don't know that it was like Don Muraco Rock.
Rock, right? That's funny.
So yeah, that was that. I believe. Oh,
out.
Who was that? Was that Boris Zukov?
That was the Russian man.
Mr. Russia. Back to Putin.
A Canadian took down a Russian, and whatever.
Whatever
culture the bumblebee is.
Whatever culture. I believe he's a North American bumblebee. Wait, what was his name? Jim Brunzel?
Brunzel.
All right, let's get real racist and find out what ethnic.
I didn't say that. I'm talking. Yeah, no. I said a Canadian. So I'm trying to find out his nationality.
He's from Memphis, so
he is an American.
He's just a white guy.
He's just some fucking white guy who does have a fake tan.
Look at Jake. All right, so let's talk a little bit about like. Did any of these people look? You mentioned earlier there was some silly spots. A Harley Race spot you thought was silly.
Mm.
Does the wrestling feel lamer than it does today?
It feels slower.
Oh, it feels slower.
And feels like I notice more in this era when someone's not good at selling.
Okay.
Like some people are so like Jake the Snake comes out and he instantly like I'm believing everything he does.
Right.
I believe Bret.
Yeah, I
But
think
there's some others who've been in this ring where I'm like, that felt.
I think, and now Nikolai's finally allowed in. See, my thought process is that I think that on a whole, I think we've lost the art of striking. I think almost everyone.
Oh, you think it's better here?
Yeah, every one of these guys punches. Look, not everyone, obviously. I'm being
generous,
but like the vast majority. And there goes Harley Race.
Was that the top rope? I guess
so. Yeah, if everybody's popping, but I think like.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That speaking,
Bumblebee guy, he's throwing punches that look very real to me.
They look like they strike better.
Yeah.
But it is true. Like there's less happening.
But it's slower movement overall. And I don't know that it's better or worse in that sense. But
different.
nowadays,
listen to the crowd.
Things are much.
It's clearly working. Yeah, they're
But
insane.
they also don't know what they're missing out on because nowadays, there's more acrobatics in some respect.
Sure. But some people are.
But not necessarily for the better.
And we've also gotten to a point now where people are even bored by that stuff.
Well,
we take it for granted.
It's that Dragon Ball Z effect. Like everything's got to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and like
is that a known phrase, the Dragon Ball Z effect?
For millennials, anyway. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not a millennial. Apparently,
you are though.
Nope,
but you're an elder.
Fuck Gen Z. I'm sorry. Fuck Gen X. And
you're
fuck
not
millennials. I'm in the middle, baby. Zennial for life.
Which means you're part millennial, bitch.
No, it means I'm my own man.
No, it means you're one of many who are part of a very small subsect.
Okay, good. You acknowledge.
Of Gen X into millennial.
Oh boy.
Millennial being
Nikolai
the keyword.
Volkoff and Jake Rub. Oh,
who's this?
Come on, you know who this is. Listen to the crowd.
I mean, I do recognize him, but I don't remember his name. But he's got a mullet on him, this guy.
Yeah, it's 1988. They all got a mullet on them somewhere. Some of them are hiding them in their pants. That's Jum Duggan.
Right.
Oh no, Harley Race taking a cheap shot.
Oh, he's gonna beat him with his wood.
Jum Duggan.
Get back here. I got some wood for you.
He's got wood for that man. This is Jum Duggan. Hacksaw Jum Duggan.
Mm-hmm. Hacksaw, that's right.
Listen to the crowd.
They love him.
Crazy. Look at everybody going, oh, that's what they did. Isn't that what pit kids did to you when you were little? They went, oh-ee.
Great. Yes, exactly. That's exactly how it went down.
Because that's your name.
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh, he's got a little lightning bolt. I like to notice these things.
Yeah. It helps. It provides a little bit of color.
But also, you were like, oh, the costumer who didn't get paid. Like, I'm paying that person respect by noticing.
I respect.
Even if some of them I don't like.
I respect your respect.
Like the Clune Man and his weird.
Clune Man is still in there.
He's got
Which guy was
a
that
diaper.
Again? Was that Danny Davis? I can't remember.
I think that's correct. Or something like that. Some Dee.
Uh-oh. Duggan's going after Bret.
Uh-oh.
Both of the Hart Foundation's still in this.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Jake is still in it.
Someone's booing.
Anvil. Duggan is... Look at Duggan and Anvil squaring off. That was fun.
Who's this guy?
I have no idea.
He's got something on his butt, too.
God, he looks like a Dan Severn kind of guy.
He looks
big.
like...
He's a big boy.
I actually felt like, speaking of Blues Brothers, I thought he looked a little on the face. He's like the wrestling version of Dan Aykroyd.
Of Aykroyd? I was like, who are you talking about here?
His face. If you combine both of the Blues Brothers and then you make him a wrestler.
Wait, I don't think
that's
I saw
this
him.
man. You got to see his face. I don't know. Something about his face.
I'll take it. Oh. That's the one thing I never understood about the Royal Rumble ever. I know we talk about this because we've been doing a show exclusively about Royal Rumbles for 17 years now, and there's only 6 episodes. But anyways, and that is like, why would you ever save somebody that isn't your tag partner? Oh, bye, Bumblebee Brown.
Bye.
But you know what I mean? Like, if it's not your tag partner, why? Just let him get thrown out. It's always so weird to me that they're always like, no, I'm going to hit you now.
That's my friend.
But that's the thing is, it's not that. It's rarely that.
Maybe it's like...
that makes sense.
Maybe the story's meant to be about ego.
Oh, it's because they're all men and men suck.
I got to take that guy down.
That's why the women never do that.
I didn't say that.
Ooh, big bump. I just love Jake so much. He just has that it quality. It's such a shame. Not that he didn't reach, heights in his career, but I really feel like he...
I just watched that.
Oh, no, Bumblebee Brown too. This is Bumblebee Jones.
Are you picking last names based on our dogs right now?
Yeah, well, you did, so I thought I'd go with
I didn't. I just, picked the first thing that came to my mind.
I don't know who the last 2 people were. Oh, Blair, they called him. Brian Blair.
They're both B names.
They must be tag team.
He looks like he has something in his belly button.
Oh, okay. One half of the tag team, the Killer Bees.
Oh my God! See,
the other guy was Bumblebee Brown. You were right.
The '80s, man.
Here's the thing is that when I looked up the other
sometimes
guy,
it's just what it seems.
Sometimes it's right on the.
It's just right on the nose.
Right on the apron, or on the.
If you had to give the Harts like a theme, like you're looking at their outfits and you don't know their last name is Hart, what do you call them?
Oh, the Pink Pony Club.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the 80s and they're men's. Maybe the Pink Mustang Club. You lose the alliteration, but it's still the same effect.
You don't think they like ponies?
I mean, I think they love ponies.
What are these supposed to be on this guy's ass?
Horseshoes.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Is he really into horses?
Obviously. Just their feet.
He's into
He only likes their feet, though. He's got a horse foot fetish.
Say that 5 times fast.
Patty platypus, patty platypus, patty platypus. See? Just because it's been 4 years, it doesn't mean we don't remember the bits, you guys. In case you're listening to this in order in the future and you don't realize it's been 4 years since our last episode.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I remember that.
I loved him so much as a kid.
He's wild.
That's Hillbilly Jim.
I know.
Oh, I loved him.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim's a big old boy.
Big old boy.
That is a big old country boy right there.
That's another.
I'll tell you what, get him some steak, get him some potatoes.
I was going to say he's very tan, but...
No, Jim, the Anvil Neidhart's gone.
He might have a real tan.
Yes, that's like a country tan. He's not going to the tanning bed. He's just outside a lot.
You can tell when it's a fake tan.
Ugh. Yeah, like Dean, whatever his name is, Don Muraco, the big giant guy.
Yeah. Oh, is this Clune going out?
Oh no, not the Clune. Hillbilly Jim gonna dump out a Clune.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
if you're wondering why
I hate the arts. I hate the French arts.
We say Clune based on a really great show called Baskets.
If you've never watched
with
Baskets.
Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, it's such a good show.
And he was a French Clune.
And
clown.
What's his face? Who won the award? He passed away. Louis.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Why can't I think of his name?
He's so amazing. Yep, I don't remember right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm having a lot of brain fart today. I'm gonna have some more coffee.
You gotta have some coffee.
I'm gonna have some more coffee. Listen, it's only 2:30 p.m. I'm still waking up.
That's correct. Yep. Hey, why is his leg just in the air? Is he hurt?
Who? Bret?
Poor Bret.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's selling.
Poor Bret. Oh, and he just got kicked. Oh, damn, right in the head. Just right in the head, Mr.
So
Campfire
this is number
Jones.
17
Oh my
coming out
God.
now. Oh, Dino Bravo.
Look,
we watched.
Look at his hairdo. That's a hairdo.
We watched Dino Bravo versus a young Kane, I think, in one of our watch alongs over on PWP, if I remember correctly.
And what did Scott Narver think?
I don't remember. Don't ask me what other people thought of a thing that I was barely paying attention to at the time.
Oh, okay.
No! His bandana fell over his face. You told him not to wear it.
I told him.
In fairness, it felt very apropos, like he was dead.
Yeah, like they covered his eyes. Mm-hmm. Who's this man dressed like a surgeon?
Where? Oh, on the outside? Oh, wait, that's oh shit. He's a pretty famous
surgeon.
I hate you so much. Oh my God, you're the worst.
Dr. Surgeon.
He's a pretty famous manager.
Oh.
What the fuck was his name? I don't know.
Doctor.
Fun thing, though, about Dino Bravo, the guy he came out with, after leaving professional wrestling, he became involved in organized crime working for the Catroni crime family in Montreal. He was killed in his home by multiple gunshots in March of 1993.
Okay.
His murder remains unsolved.
Well, I'm not going to say anything else about that. I know nothing.
Yeah. Jake is teetering.
Don't, Jake. You've got to stay in.
Number 18.
No.
Number 18. Oh, you know who this guy is.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, very good. Ultimate Warrior. Let's see if he could do a wrestling move.
Let's see.
All right. A chop.
Oh, that felt
a chop.
That felt pointed.
A
like,
chop.
do you feel like he can't wrestle? He's
just
I don't
feel like that. Oh no, Bret! There goes Bret! I didn't even see who. I think Dino Bravo might have eliminated him.
Son of a bitch! Was it the top rope?
Or maybe that was Don Muraco.
Better not have been the clown.
No, it wasn't.
Better have been someone respectable. Yeah.
Jake.
Get him, Jake.
That was good. I like that.
Well, now I'm rooting for Jake.
Warrior came in and just immediately started doing nothing. He really.
Yeah, Warrior's just literally standing
wasted.
there. Now he's being like lightly punched by this blonde guy. See, that guy's not selling it.
Oh shit.
No,
One man gang.
This guy feels like he was plucked out of modern era and put here. He's got a very modern look to him.
One man gang, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
it might be the
funny to me.
mohawk, like it's a very punky hairstyle.
So
like,
one man gang.
He's got like a chill kind of look
he's
to him.
He's in the PWP Hair Hall of Fame
Mm.
that we do, that show that we do on the Patreon over on. So one man gang, if you remember, he was the one who won the Royal Rumble that was aired, the actual first one that they don't acknowledge.
Oh, okay.
You think he's gonna win this one? We don't know.
I'm guessing not.
One man gang he actually if I'm not mistaken, did he go into the Hall of Fame? Or maybe not. I can't remember. He would become a fan favorite as Akeem, who was a white guy who just perpetuated. Oh no, Jake! There goes Jake.
Stereotypes.
Of like, I don't know, Muslim culture. His name was Akeem. I don't know what they were trying to do, but he was dancing and he was like a baby face and he danced. He was a big guy who danced. Come on now.
They love doing cultural appropriation in this era.
Here it is, number 20.
Okay.
This is it, the last entrance. Oh, fucking Junkyard Dog, baby.
This man runs very fast.
Junkyard Dog's the best. You got to grab them cakes. That's what his song was on the WrestleMania album.
He's a short fella.
He's a little athlete. He's
crazy.
like
a bulldog. Like he comes in.
Big fan favorite.
He will fuck you up.
He was sort of
You said his name's what?
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, in just before this era in WWE, when he was sort of younger than this, in like some of the southern territories, he was sort of a race like breaker, where it's like the baby face, black man in a prominently white southern kind of. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, right now I'm rooting for Junkyard.
Well, yeah, that's it. So that's our last entrance. So
Yeah.
we got to pick our winners. Well, there goes Nikolai.
Here's
Volkoff.
my actual guess, though, is
Okay.
that Vince is lame, so it's probably Ultimate Warrior that wins.
Okay, so you're picking Ultimate Warrior as
that's
what you
my
assume.
that's
Yes.
my assumption based on
Oh, there goes Hillbilly Jim.
the fact
Vic, they're
that
dropping like flies. Stop stalling.
I said Ultimate Warrior
Yeah.
is my assumption
But who
that
do you
he
want?
wins. I mean, I'd love for Junkyard to win now.
Okay.
I like his story.
Junkyard Dog. He was fun. Real fan favorite. He would bark at people. He did the thump, as it says on his.
I can't believe how long this Clune has lasted.
This Clune is in there crazy. Now, is he related to George Clooney?
I don't know. Let's ask. Never mind. I'm not going to continue that.
Alrighty.
I'm going to bail on that. Let's see.
Eject.
Oh,
there goes the Clune.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Clune.
You're out.
Best of luck to you in your future endeavors.
Later. What does Junkyard's butt say?
Thump.
Thump.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! And Warrior is out.
Good. Okay, I'm pleased by that. I'm pleased.
Alrighty, so do you have a new who you think?
I mean, that was my guess on cliches.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Again, you're still rooting for Junkyard.
I'm rooting for Junkyard.
Out of this batch, I'd also be rooting for Junkyard.
That's my pick.
Oh, yeah,
Nope.
probably. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no.
I say that's my pick. Goodbye.
Immediately eliminated.
I think I'm cursing these people.
You are.
Somehow from the future.
Wait, what if you keep guessing whoever's eliminated next?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I feel like Horseshoe Guy just ejected himself. It looked like he jumped
Horseshoe Guy.
Listen, I don't know all their names. All right, we're down to the final 4. There's this guy and that guy.
This guy, that guy. All right, I'm picking this guy or that guy.
Lightning Bolt, guy who later did culture appropriation. That other gentleman and Blondie.
You at least know. All right, One Man Gang is not hard to remember. The big guy, One Man Gang. He's a One Man Gang. That, and you remember
One Man
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Gang.
Okay,
Hacksaw
and then you've got
Jim Duggan.
You've got
Lightning-
Don Muraco,
Lightning
The Rock.
Bolt.
The Rock is in blue.
Lightning Bolt is the Rock. Okay.
And then fucking guy who's Donnie Bravo, Dino Bravo, whatever his name is, the mobster.
Oh, the surgeon.
Mobster Jones.
Mobster Jones.
I forgot.
Wait, which one's the mobster again?
The blonde guy, Dino Bravo.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Of course, it was the bleached blonde boy. Well, maybe Hacksaw's gonna win it, or this blue guy.
Don Muraco or Hacksaw. Those are your picks.
Nope. Do you see how he just ejected himself again?
He landed on the apron and was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
They gotta get better at selling. Come on, guys. All right. So
I definitely think as the years go on, people learned like a good way to get eliminated.
Yeah, because oh my god. All right, so Hacksaw's gonna win, of course.
Hacksaw's your pick to win. He's the only babyface left.
He's the only babyface.
Oh, he's going after.
Unless it's a heel win for the first ever Rumble.
I mean, One Man Gang won the last one.
Yeah, but they didn't like that clearly because they don't acknowledge it.
Well, there were only 2,000 people there.
Only. What's his name?
Dino. It says Dino's name.
Oh, okay. Is that his favorite?
Or Dino. He's just really into dinosaurs. I don't know why we're putting the inflection on it. Just because his name is Dino doesn't mean
I think because we're thinking
Dino.
of like the Rat Pack and the Mob.
Whee! Oh, all right. Great back bump by Jim Duggan.
Perfect.
Jim Duggan, that was terrible.
What was that about selling?
He didn't want to take a back
He
bump.
felt like they sold really well.
He was like, I don't like landing on my back. I can't see. I can see where I'm going.
One man band.
One Man Gang.
No, one man band.
No! Big old clothesline to Dino.
Bye.
Listen to the crowd.
You're sleeping with the fishes now. Yeah, get him. Get him, Hacksaw.
Hacksaw was a fan favorite because he was a crazy character in the Crazy Eyes, but I never thought he was a very great wrestler.
Yeah, I'm not like the most impressed. I'm not honestly not super impressed by either of these gentlemen. No offense to them. Although I like the look of One Man.
Yeah, One Man Gang was was a spectacle, but he was doing what his role was, which was to be like the big scary lumbering guy. But every now and then he would do a splash. He could move, but it's one of those. It's that era where they didn't want big guys to move.
No, yeah,
because it breaks the illusion that that it's a big deal when
like
small
he barely
guys
needs
do
to move.
Right.
It's how strong he is. It's like your thing.
Look at him.
The thing with Bane.
Murder.
Putting his hand back.
Do you feel in control? All right, well, he murdered. There we go. He choked him out. He's dead.
Oh.
Throw him over the top rope. One man. Oh my God! Is that little kid give him the finger? Look at the kid in the left. Did you see him? There's a little kid just flipping off. One Man Gang who's eliminated, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan is the victor.
There you go.
I love that little kid just flipping off.
That was an iconic moment. Good for you, kid.
Right before he loses. That's why he was distracted by that kid. He went, "Oh my God, are you flipping me?" Oh. And then he felt that was him falling over the ropes. By the way,
that's canon. That's canon. All of it.
There you go. First winner of a Royal Rumble.
Amazing.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You know what's interesting is it was less men, but still felt around the same length.
It definitely was not. It's a lot shorter.
I think it's because of how slow they go. Like,
Maybe.
do y'all?
No, I just think we haven't done one of these in so long. I think you forget how long Rumbles are. Our Rumbles are like an hour each. It's only been 50 minutes, and
next,
we didn't start
Hulkster.
this until like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
There's the first
1988.
ever Royal Rumble, babe.
They really improved on those.
Overall thoughts? Oh, so you didn't like it?
It was fine.
It's exciting. I think it's pretty exciting for the era. You know what it is they stacked the ring a lot more than
I like the energy of how quickly everyone came out. Like to your point about like a true 2 minute versus the fake, like, oh, it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
like,
except these two have been doing a storyline thing for 4.5 minutes now. Or it's only been 7 seconds.
Yeah. 2 minute in kayfabe is flexible.
But I gotta be honest with you, I'm actually surprised at even though like the spots, there was no like big crazy spots or
there
crazy
wasn't
moments,
no,
but it was still like
it was very like clean, classic kind of.
It was exciting to me in the sense that I do feel like it moved, and they let the eliminations all feel like kind of a big deal because it wasn't like one person was throwing out a person and then another person and then another person.
And like nowadays, like it could happen simultaneously or very close back to back. Like,
right.
Like there is such a quickness to them now that you could miss things.
Right.
Whereas this, it was very much, like you said, like everything had a highlight.
Also, nobody came in and just eliminated 7 people.
Right.
Which is like such a
no
trope
monsters in that way.
Even when One Man Gang came out, I was like, oh, he's going to come out and he's going to dump 5 people. Or when Jum Duggan came out, Ultimate Warrior came out and he immediately started chopping a guy's shoulder and then
he did nothing interesting. No.
Actually, that's my favorite part of this is that Warrior was barely in it.
That's your favorite part. So you really don't like Warrior, huh?
I fucking hate that guy.
Is he your least favorite wrestler of all time? Not thinking of politics and all of just thinking
that's
of
because I
thinking
bet
of the kayfabe character.
The least favorite would be like somebody you don't even remember, probably.
Oh, okay.
But I guess if we're going like somebody who I actively dislike, yeah, he's definitely
like the character comes out and you're like, ugh.
I never liked him as a kid when they told me I should.
I
was never a fan.
Is he hokey?
When I was young, I got an Ultimate Warrior. That was the only ever wrestling buddy.
Wrestling buddy?
It was the only I
remember those.
Somebody got me that, not knowing that as a kid I did not like him.
So you were really disappointed.
And can I tell you?
You cried.
I cried by myself in my room with my Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy because I wanted an Undertaker or Jake the Snake.
I just see little Jake. I don't mean to lie. It's so funny though.
No, my pain amuses you. I've been in this relationship for 8 years now, babe.
You're in your bedroom with the Ultimate Warrior. You're just like, oh no.
Can I tell you? And I had to pretend that I loved it when I got it.
For who? Like who gave it to you?
It might have been a birthday or Christmas present. I'm struggling to remember who. I mean, you know about my childhood. I don't know if it was.
No, and that does break my heart. Like you deserved what you wanted, but also there's a comedy in like
my misery.
Just ultimate, like I just like the image of you with like an Ultimate Warrior doll and just being
crying,
so upset because
crying onto his little round.
Because you're like, this is the lamest thing ever.
I just hated him so much. The only saving grace was that
you could beat it up. Exactly.
But then I would go to Steve Isles' house, host of High School Never Ends. He was one of my childhood best friends. And he would have all of them. He was a little spoiled kid. He doesn't know it. He won't admit to it. He won't say he was, but he was. And he had like.
Are you spoiled just because you get all the toys you want? I guess.
He had a bunch of them, and I remember being like, oh,
"Did you try and trade him?" You're like, "Oh my god, do you want Ultimate Warrior? He's kind of the ultimate."
I don't know that I was that enterprising.
You're like, that's what I would have done. I would have immediately just.
Well, there you have it. The first ever Royal Rumble. I think it was a fitting way to come back to the program.
It was a great like soft entry back into, because again, we had watched this 4 years ago. Now, like I'm sort of unfamiliar with a lot of the wrestlers of this era, so that's perfect.
All right, so I got a question for you.
Okay, I have an answer maybe.
Do we want to commit to next week, or do we want to say every 2 weeks we'll be doing these? Because we only have 7 more. I mean, but we do have plenty after that. But what do you want to do? Do you want to start releasing these weekly?
Yeah, we're going to release them weekly.
Weekly? All right. So we will be back next week for another one. We must say again, thank you guys for listening to the program.
Thanks for your patience. For those who started with us and then joined us in a 4-year break, we hope you're well.
This has been very fun. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hey, leave a rating and review on Apple because we haven't had one in 4 years, I'm sure. And also be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then if you've left an old one, leave a new one.
Yeah.
We're going to continue through our original series. And then we're going to add in all the modern Rumbles. And
if you have any specific requests, let us know, or questions.
Yeah, because the thing is when we were doing this program, we talked about what to do after the Rumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like we can postpone that talk because now we have however many years, 6 years of 2 Rumbles a year between the men and the women. That like again, and we will be rewatching things that are of more recent memory and for the first time ever that you have seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think enough time has passed where it'll be fun.
Yeah,
and
it'll be a good old time, and we'll keep hating Warrior. I'll hate Hulk Hogan.
He's dead now, so it's okay. Not Hogan. Oh God, we can only hope.
Dead in our hearts.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Yeah, please check out me, you, and 30.com. It's your one-stop shop for all things pod. You can visit the shop. Head on over to the Discord. We've got the Discord is a great place to chat. Most of the wrestling conversation occurs in the Pro Wrestling Palski's channel of the Discord there, but that's completely free. Check out the shop. Like I said, hey, we're on Spotify. You can leave a rating on Spotify if you're a Spotify listener. I don't think by the last time we did this, we were on Spotify.
But now we are.
Now we are. We're also on YouTube, not via a video, but the audio goes to YouTube now. So you can listen to this if you're one of those people who listens to a podcast on YouTube, which it's more and more common. You can get these podcasts on YouTube if for some reason you like that. If you do, hey, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. By the way, the YouTube is Dragon Wagon Radio. It's where all of the Dragon Wagon podcasts tend to live, sans a few ones that have specialty elsewhere or pre-existing YouTube platforms. But you
we don't have a specific social for this podcast, but you can add us at our respective names at Alexandra Hoy, Hoey,
and Jake Lloyd Bacon. And I don't. Yeah, we don't really do most of the social media. We're on Blue Sky now. Blue Ski, as I like to call it.
We do technically still have our handles on several of them, but we're not necessarily actively using.
I do not post to the Nazi website anymore.
We're off of that. I mean, I think we still have our handle, but it's a complicated thing. But like we have our handles, but we're definitely not using that site at all.
Follow us there in case somebody ever saves that website.
Yeah, if they ever buy it and it becomes good again. But for now, it's dead to us.
That's one of the reasons why I'm not deleting it. Is I'm like, well, what if
in case
it didn't last forever the way it was? What if it doesn't last forever the way it is now?
And that's a possibility.
So,
is there
anything I'm missing?
Any you're missing, like socials?
No. Is there anything I'm missing of all the business?
Of all the stuff.
We haven't done this in so many years.
I don't know. You're the businessman.
I think that's
I'm just the talent.
Everybody knows. All right. Thank you guys so much. We are so excited to be back. We will see you next week for another Rumble. Alexandra, say goodbye to all the people.
Goodbye.
Internet! I'm Coy Jandro, a Bostonian who loves pop culture, comic books, and people. And I host Coycast. It's a podcast about all those things. If it fits in on a con floor, we talk about it on Coycast. Myself and producer Jake do previews, reviews, deep dives, and tinfoil hat theories about everything from movies, TV, and the comic books themselves. I also like to dish out comic recommendations from my 100-plus pull list a week so you know what's best to buy. So join us, True Believer, on Coycast.com or wherever you're listening to this podcast right now.
Dragon Wagon.